what is the difference between 1.8 and 1.08 with a bar above the 0.8? So let's set up what they're actually asking here. Here we have 1.8, and if we take the difference, it just means we're subtracting some number, and the number that we're subtracting is 1.08 with a bar over it. And if you don't know what a bar is, they explain it. They say a bar indicates a digit pattern that is repeated. So that means this 0.8 is repeated. Here it goes on again, and it goes on again, and it could keep going on again and again, but I don't want to write it all out, so I'm just going to write a dot, 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 or I could write a little bar over here to indicate that it keeps going. And so let's go ahead and do this subtraction problem. Now, obviously, it's infinitely long, but if we solve the part that we have in front of us, even without expanding the whole infinite length of it, maybe we'll see a pattern that will tell us, what the answer actually is. So let's just start as we would with any subtraction problem right here in the last digit. We have 0 minus 8. Okay, well, we can't do 0 minus 8. Let's just pretend this bar isn't here. So we're going to need to borrow. So let's borrow a digit from this next one. That would make him 1. Oh, unfortunately, there's no digit to borrow. So he's going to have to borrow 2. And then once he borrowed from, he'd become a 9. So he borrows from the next one. Again, we have nothing to borrow from. We have to borrow from the next one. And here we had nothing to borrow from. And here we had nothing to borrow from, and finally we get to the 8 where we actually have something to borrow from. So 1.7999, 10 finally. Okay, now we can get to normal subtraction. 10 minus 8, that is 2. 9 minus 0, that is 9. 9 minus 8, that is 1. 9 minus 0, that is 9. 9 minus 8, that is 1. 7 minus 0, that is 7. And 1 minus 1, that is 0. So here we have our answers, 0.719192. Okay, so it's not totally clear there's a pattern, but actually if we look at it, this 1, 9 repeats, and then it repeats again. And here we have a 2, but it's not too hard to imagine. Maybe this was actually just a 1, 9 that got rounded, and it was a 1, 9 going on forever. And actually, if we had made the problem longer, that's exactly what we see. The answer is 0.719 repeating, 0.719 repeating. And this is the answer right here. C. You can also look at this on your calculator. It's a pretty good way to do it. That's the correct answer.